They got him on the left. He's coming upstairs. The eagle has landed. The eagle has landed.
Take out Duncan. Take out Duncan.
Clear.
Booty, guess what?
What? My date with the president's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
My date with her. So good.
So good.
So young.
So young?
So free.
Welcome to the Pat Cave, a podcast where we talk all about superheroes, pop culture, TV, movies, and a nostalgic film like this one today. First of all, I'm Pat Clark.
Oh, hey.
It's Pat Clark, and this is
I am
President Booty.
Yeah, President Booty. President Booty. President Booty.
I hated this movie.
No, re-elect Richmond. Re-elect Richmond.
I'm on Olsen.
You're on Team Olsen.
So we watched.
I heard his daughters are pretty famous.
We watched My Date with the President's Daughter, which was right before the Disney Channel original movies.
Yeah.
97?
98 was the release. They probably filmed
Okay.
in 97.
Okay.
So we kind of discussed this briefly, but I don't know how much we cut of it. I'm just going to say a little bit of it. There's so many movies out there that both Patrick and I grew up with that like we cannot find on Disney Plus. It's kind of like this. It's a topic. It's got to be a topic of people like our age. Like, hey, where's that?
Like the Susie Q.
Susie Q.
Like
My Date with the President's Daughter.
Paper
Brigade.
Yes.
Like we're gonna find them.
They're trying to hide these films,
and they're not gonna get away with it. They're gonna have to hire the Secret Service to stop us from getting these movies.
Let's take a breath because we're pissed right now because we had to watch this in 480p on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm pissed because they don't have this movie anywhere.
I don't think I saw Duncan's mom's face one time.
It was just blocks.
Yeah, it was just Minecraft graphics.
I knew she was white. That's it.
Yeah, she had blonde hair.
Unfortunately, we looked, and I think Google Play might have had something.
No, literally. Okay, do this right now. Whoever
I
you
did
are,
it,
do
and
it.
And it said
it's like not
couldn't
available.
find.
Yeah.
Why don't they have this somewhere? And I guess it costs money to have stuff on streaming sites. That makes sense. You know, you can't fill up with trash like this.
Yeah, no, I get. It probably missed the cut for good reason.
Yeah.
But like it existed, and like I think it's what makes like it's. Guys, come on.
What was the plot, Booty?
Duncan, handsome guy.
Will Friedle.
Will Friedle, baby.
Eric from Boy Meets World.
Oh, he made the movie not a wet fart. Like he made the movie so much better. Like if it was anyone else, movie we wouldn't find this.
He
movie.
was the best part of the movie.
Yes, 100%.
He makes a bet with his friends.
Yeah, and it's
right
just
off the back.
Just about getting a date. Nothing too crazy.
They're going to the dance.
Yeah,
the spring
you
fling.
suck, dude. You're a bad magician. Yeah, no, I think he plays both magic and he does magic. I think he does both.
You think he plays the card game Magic?
I think he's in league with me.
You think he's a virgin?
I think he has a red-blue theme deck with.
What happened in this movie?
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now.
Give me your fingers right there.
Duncan makes bet with friends to get date.
Yes.
Duncan finds date. Hallie.
Who is she?
The president's daughter.
Oops.
Little detail there.
Okay.
Duncan
picks her up
at the White House.
That's great.
Baller.
Okay.
Thinks he's at the wrong. I would too.
Yeah.
They go on the date, which is not the real date, but it's what's allowed of them.
And mayhem ensues. Yes.
The wrap up is the mayhem resolves.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Then they crash the Beamer. I don't know.
No, that's at the end.
Okay.
Well, so I remember this being one of my top memories of this era of movies. I was like, oh, I'd love Will Friedle.
Yeah.
He's got a hot chick on his arm. He's going to the dance. This movie sucked. Nostalgia was great.
Yeah.
Watching Will Friedle. All his lines, I feel like he even wrote because that's his character.
He saves the movie. If there's any reason to watch this movie, it's because of Will Friedle.
But it's one of those I call disaster movies where everything that can go wrong does go wrong.
In a production standpoint of like just how it looked? Or
No. The plot. They're trying to get to the dance, and every little thing that can go wrong does. I was stressed. I won't lie. There's a kind of a great payoff at the end with going through all this bullshit.
Yeah.
But Hallie sucked as a person.
I know. She where to start, man?
They try to make her out to be like this person that's never left the White House. Yeah, she's like she sees protesters and is like, why are they making fun of my dad? Or
everyone loves the president. What are you talking about?
Give me a little explanation of her and what her character is.
Oh my God. Just so ill-informed and just spoiled brat. I mean, that just feels like lazy to say.
What's her goal?
She's just trying to have a day in the life as a normal American teenage girl.
And of course, the moral of the story is the grass is always greener kind of thing. Will Friedle was like, hey, you think this life is some kind of great thing? Like, what do you want to do? And he's like, it's not really cool being a normal person.
I loved that whole conversation.
And he
like,
said,
what do you and your friends usually do? Well, nothing.
Yeah.
And then we meet up with other people and mostly do
nothing. and vice
like, yep.
versa. You get to travel the world, meet all these famous people. And she's like, it sucks.
Yeah.
And so that was like the only good parts that I can remember, I guess.
Do you mean like good in a sense of like learn a lesson from this garbage?
Yes. like Superman does good. And then the other parts were like
cringe in the most delicious ways. Now, do you think that this movie, we have to address it, like that theme song has lived in our head rent free for, I'm going to say, since I was at least 6 years old. Like the first time that I saw this movie was definitely like, you know, the Disney Channel, the Zoog pops up and they're like, up next, my date with the president's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And then just that song plays and you're like, I just want to run around.
Putty in their hands.
Yeah, and again, I gotta go to the mall soon. I gotta walk around. I gotta wear a leather brown jacket.
We're looking into this. We looked up the song because we loved it, and there's just some like strange lyrics. My day with her, so good, so young,
so young.
Like, oh, okay. Well,
I didn't even know it was free until today.
Well, free as in on YouTube, free?
No, that the she is. That's what they say in the lyrics.
Oh, she's so free.
Hip, so young, so free. We took the Oval Office by surprise. You should have seen the Secret Service agent's eyes.
Ooh.
His jaw must have dropped about 100 yards when we stole her daddy's big bad car into my date with the president's daughter. So, and then the second wrap up is so special, so unique. I don't forget it. And that's it. Like, I have never known the lyrics to that. Didn't need that. It's almost better that I didn't.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching this movie again. Like, I had very fond memories of this movie.
Should this movie have stayed a memory?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad I watched it again.
I also am thinking to myself, like, I hope that they don't recreate it as well. Like,
you know what's funny is, like,
if I walk in on my son watching a remake to this, I'm grounding him.
So I will say this, watching it as a kid, I remember thinking, this is back, you know, when I was like, oh, you know, like my government and my president and everyone is just
blind patriotism.
Yeah, exactly.
Everywhere.
And so I was like, oh, this seems relatable, or this is great. And like, you know, Duncan's dad is voting against this president, against Hallie's dad, right? So basically it's like he meets up, has a good old handshake with him. They go on a fun adventure. They learn how to golf together, and now he's voting for him. Yeah. And I was like, well, that's how it should be. He's a good guy. Work. It's like, what are any of his foreign policies?
Yeah.
Like, how does he handle any of the Illuminati?
No, he's spending time looking up a kid's permanent record and finding out if he has parking infractions.
That's what made watching as a kid so fun, because the
naivete.
I'm a little bit naive.
So Hallie goes on this date with him.
Yeah.
Okay. They ditch the Secret Service in the movie. Right? And then go out on like a full-on like night on the town as 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
She's like using Will Friedle.
Yeah.
She's using him to basically just get out of the house and do anything she wants to. He really wants to go to the dance. Not only just because of the bet, that's where like his friends are, and that's like what he planned on doing with her.
He gets caught up in the fact that she is the president's daughter, but the whole original goal was just like,
hey, do you want to come to the dance with me?
Have a good teenage night.
And so she's like, you know, first let's ditch him. Let's go to the mall.
Spend $735 on my clothes.
I wrote down a timeline.
I gotta see this. Let's go. I think we do a whole spread. Whole Windows 98 PowerPoint presentation.
Picks her up at 7. Movie starts at 7:45,
and that strip search took about 30 minutes.
Yeah, because she lied to Dad and the Secret Service and said, "Oh, we're just going out to a movie theater and some dinner, maybe." You know?
Which they get there.
Yeah, they went to the movie. So let's say the movie starts at 7:45, right? They watch half of it.
Yeah, we'll say it's like a 8:40 8:45 now.
They duck out. They sneak out from the Secret Service. Now it's 8:45.
They stop for some chewing gum on the movie theater floor.
And they do a shopping montage.
Yeah.
So now it's 9:15 earliest.
Mm-hmm.
They-
When is this mall closed?
yeah, right?
Yeah.
They go to Club Alien.
Boy, DC traffic is light.
And I'm thinking in my head, like, people are just teleporting in this city.
You know who could have gotten around like the easiest in this movie? Steve Ellinger.
On the bike?
Oh yeah, that crotch rocket dude.
Yeah.
My brother had one of those as a kid. Oh my
So
god.
Steve is the bad guy of the film.
Yeah.
And well, he's just the older douchebag that
Leather jacket,
younger
white
women.
T-shirt, jeans.
Yeah, just
That's it.
an older guy that kind of creeps around the mall and Duncan.
Why do all these high schoolers know about this loser?
He is wearing the worst biking helmet you could wear to be cool. Like, well, because they wanted to show his face on the bike, so they gave him like one of those moped helmets.
Just don't wear the helmet.
Well, they couldn't promote that on Disney Channel.
But Steve Ellinger could. I don't know, man. You're right.
We also had a bunch of rednecks
Yeah.
who wanted to race. They were just pissed. They're rednecks and they're pissed. Clearly, they live in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
These rednecks are fitting right in
Oh yeah. I miss the good old days when you could just pull up to a stoplight and threaten someone
with pizza.
with pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just having pizza.
You had a slice of pizza.
They're in the back seat. They got the guys from Three Ninjas.
Yeah. and you know, of course, Duncan lies to the girl about what he can do in his life. Oh, I would go bungee jumping.
Oh, my God.
I'm a black belt in karate.
I am a rock climber. Dude, please say what he said about the dental floss.
Bungeed off the northern rim.
Really?
Yeah, bungee snapped halfway down. Had to tie it with dental floss. It was,
He had some amazing one-liners. Like Will Friedle, I mean, maybe it was just written. I did find out like that this script won some awards, like for a kid script or something.
Really?
Or
Let's
maybe I
go back to
should've.
my timeline.
Yep.
So they piss off these rednecks.
Uh-huh.
These guys get into Club Alien.
Yeah.
Right? This is where Duncan and Hallie go to Club Alien. Imagine
They're bopping,
these
Reed
three
shows up.
rednecks sitting in line, you know, waiting to get in. They stick out like a sore thumb. Everyone in there is in like 70s and 80s vibes. Like it did. Is that what the early 90s looked like? It looked dated. I mean, this movie looked very dated.
Oh yeah, and that's no thanks to YouTube. That's just by
Oh,
itself.
sure. Have you ever been to D.C.?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah. You ever seen the White House?
Yes.
First of all, no cars are going in front of it. Like he was driving on the highway
Yeah.
and just stopped.
Yeah. It turns green screen of
Yeah.
the White House.
And kind of pull up and I go, oh, this is it? And they just always made it look so grand and glorious on movies and on TV. And when I finally saw it, I was like, oh my God. Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah, it is kind of surprising, like that they don't just like upgrade it. I don't.
Well, not upgrade it. It's just there's nothing around it.
Yeah.
And all of DC, you can't have anything taller than the Washington
Monument?
Yeah, penis. Anyway.
So your problem with this movie is the timeline. Got it. That's what
No,
doesn't hold
well,
up.
After Club Alien, here's where it gets good, right? They finally get in the car. They're on the way to the dance.
Yeah.
He gets a flat tire. Another thing goes bad. I'm sitting over here like, geez, this guy can't catch a break.
Yeah, even
like,
this bum wants his money.
Yeah, and so like Hallie, of course, wanders into a biker bar. This chick is just completely
Oblivious to how-
to the real world.
Or danger, or just concepts
Yes.
of like you could die.
Yes, so she goes in this biker bar. She's having a good time. They all love her.
They have made friends, so like
Yeah.
it was going smoothly.
And
for
Will
her.
goes, come on, it's time to go.
Yeah, I demand you leave, and then the bikers are like, "Hey, what if she doesn't want to leave? Yeah, what if we want to hang out with this 16-year-old girl?
And,
America's most wanted."
and that tall guy we recognize.
Yeah, so I found out he is a Canadian professional wrestler. His stage names were the Canadian Destroyer. This is Gary Robbins, by the way.
Okay.
Canadian Destroyer, Canadian Giant, Demolition Hux, Doug Chevalier.
What?
Chevalier?
So what movie? Was he in the other
He was
movies?
in The Love Guru. I don't know.
Oh.
He was in Short Circuit 2. I mean,
Okay.
there's more, but I didn't recognize him.
Okay.
Maybe you
Well,
will.
No, he's just one of those classic goons that is like super tall.
His voice, though, sounded like Andre the Giant.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it was weird.
My pleasure.
So anyway, Will Friedle pulls a little magic trick, and then all of a sudden he's giving a show. He's doing a whole show. If I were to remake this movie,
Uh-huh.
I would make all those situations like him getting out of it using his wit and his charm and his magic, and not just being like, let's run away every time. You know what I mean?
He kind of
Like,
did play like the wimpy runaway.
and he's like so
Sir
stressed out trying to get her to this thing. They're just both very toxic characters.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
She should have bought him that jacket.
Yeah.
No problem. Put it on Dad's card, right? They go to this place and she's speaking like,
Like she's picked up
Spanish to these
bilingual.
guys. Yeah, so like if I
okay.
remade it, like they use their strengths, right? They were just two stupid ass teenagers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you're thinking about it like this is gonna get corrected and we're gonna like make another one, but I can guarantee you it's not happening. They shot their shot. And
Maybe I'm just mad because it was such a special movie in my head, and now it's just like,
I think it still is special.
okay,
Yeah.
it's in a special category. That's for damn
Makes me
sure.
warm and fuzzy inside. I love going back and rewatching some of these because it reassures me that life was way better when I was a kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some fire notes there. You got some presidential Mecanudos, some Johnny One notes over there.
Yeah, we love the Secret Service guys.
Yeah, guys, they're trying to find him at the dance, and
Yeah, so they're all movie they're incompetent.
they literally have lost them 3 or 4 times now. When they like got them in their grasp, and then they hear rumor because like they don't have all of his information where he goes to high school.
Yeah.
like there's literally a part where they're like they're at the dance at Franklin High, and they're like,
Yeah.
I'll send the men. It's like,
I'll send my best
Why
men.
didn't you like you would have? Oh my God,
Yeah.
recon. So they get to the dance, and these Secret Service agents. Not only are they looking around, very conspicuously, they're holding each other in a
dancing.
slow dance.
They're dancing
And
with
it's
each
so cute.
And he said something like,
I'm not gonna show. Let's just keep looking.
Yeah, it's so good.
and so like all movie, these guys just suck. It's kind of a joke between the president and Duncan's dad.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's kind of like
that's the reason he's not going to vote for him. It's like, oh, your Secret Service.
look
is
at all
a
this
bunch of wimps.
taxpayers. Look at all these, look at all this money. It's Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the Beamer has been long gone for a while, and he has commandeered a pizza delivery scooter, and he's sitting at a stoplight, and this high-speed chase featuring his dad's company Beamer goes flying by. We'll show the clip. He watches it fly by, and then he just turns and looks at the camera and goes, I hate my life. And like it was just his comedic delivery, despite being like, I don't know, maybe he fucking hated this movie, but like I'm so thankful that I revisit movies that he's included in because he is great.
I think we're just happy we grew up with this actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was something special.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, like, you're right about a lot of the other stuff. Like, I wrote, this movie sucked for the first 10 minutes. Bad dialogue. Background music was too loud.
Come on. There it is. There it is, Duncan.
We're in a public place.
I mean, yeah, you forgot, didn't you?
I remember the joke I was going to tell you.
Oh, let's hear it.
The whole thing in my head I imagined as one long Folgers commercial.
It does look like that. It did look like that.
It looked like it was filmed like that.
Yeah.
The music, like any moment in the movie, I could have just put like a Folgers logo on it, and then except for
Yeah.
like the Club Alien stuff.
Well, of
But
course.
anytime they were doing family stuff,
Wouldn't hurt. But you're still not off the hook.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. It's got to be Michael
swear to
Bolton or some
God,
shit.
the music was distracting.
Turn it down. Like, I know that that's part of doing a movie is bring...
maybe play the instrumental.
Yeah.
Because they're talking over a full-on rock song.
It must have been the presidency of the United States of America that their hit single, Nobody Cares.
They maybe had that in the contract.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We got to hear this song.
Yeah, and then I couldn't hear what they were talking about. Not that the dialogue was any better, but I was still lost in the plot. And that was the first 10 minutes, and I think finally it starts picking up when like they finally bump into each other. But even there's some stinker bits. Like it was just sink or swim for a lot of the writing, dude. It was bad.
It was like AI before it was created.
I thought Duncan's dad was possibly in Goodfellas. It's not him. Did it again.
I recognize him though.
The president actor is in a lot of stuff, but the one that I recognized from our childhood is not something you would see him in, but you would hear him in. Do you have any guesses?
No.
He was Principal Prickly in Recess.
Recess. Okay.
Yes, and I knew I recognized his voice a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah, he had a few other gigs, but like nothing that I would have seen, nothing that you probably would have seen.
What about Will Friedle, of course?
Oh, yeah.
We love him from Boy Meets World.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he voice acted a lot.
He's the Dark Knight. He's Terry McGinnis, baby.
The Dark Knight. Well, yeah, he's Batman Beyond, and of course Ron Stoppable.
Oh my God, yeah,
Yes,
Kim Possible is a
classic.
staple. It was one of those shows where I know it's catered to like the ladies that I would always admit, yes, I watched that new episode. It was so fire.
Liked
Dr.
it a lot.
Draken.
I liked it a lot.
Shigo.
I don't know if it was.
You know what's so funny is like I loved Lizzie McGuire.
Oh,
But
fuck,
would I ever like be like, hey guys, you check out the latest Lizzie
yeah.
McGuire like
Yeah,
at the lunch
exactly.
table the next day? No.
I'd be like, that's so Raven.
Yeah.
See it?
You guys watch Animorphs?
I was like, I only watch it because their brothers are so
Yeah.
cool. Like,
Speaking of Animorphs,
oh no.
do you know what Animorphs is?
Yes, I do.
You paused for a long time.
No, I just
Okay.
didn't know if that was some new LGBTQ thing.
No. Back to the movie.
Back to my timeline.
Yes. So where were we? They were at
So
the movie theater.
now he's done his magic trick.
Oh yeah, they're at the biker bar.
He's
Yeah,
done
yeah.
his magic trick, right?
Uh-huh.
It's now like, 10:30, 11. Car gets stolen. Yeah, the two that steal the car were pretty funny.
Iconic. Like there were moments in this movie where it's like clear that they were like, we need like a chase scene from like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like the red car, like I get it.
Sure.
But they were hilarious.
But they're like robbing convenience stores and like making out in the Beamer and like
they rob a convenience store and have
bags on their
grocery
heads.
sacks
Yeah.
on their heads, and then they make out and then
Yeah,
have
and the whole time the president and Duncan's family thinks
all the crimes are Duncan and Hallie. Yeah,
which is
so
kind of funny. Like it is kind of funny because they're like, President, we've just found out they've robbed a convenience store.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the
My
heck?
son's a juvenile delinquent.
Yeah, exactly.
whatever.
So anyway, they get on the bus. It's
Mhm.
probably 11:30. She's like, do you want to go to the dance? And I'm like, bitch, the dance is way over.
We've been to Club Alien. We've been to a
The
biker
dance
bar.
is way over. And she goes, is there anything else you want to do before we go to the dance? Like,
Yeah.
she had the audacity to say, is there anything else we can do before we go to the dance? All this man wants to do is go to the dance. Not just for
Not for the money?
Money.
Okay.
That's
his ulterior motive.
Yes, that's what they agreed to do. Like, that
Yeah.
was the date.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what I
right.
mean?
Even if it's a mousetrap sort of situation,
Yes.
she should at least like hold up her end of the
Like,
bargain.
he was going to go to the dance regardless, with
Yeah.
or without the date, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's where his friends are. He goes to school there. That's the thing.
You're absolutely right. She gives him a series of gray hairs and nothing to show for it. Just go to the dance alley. Just get there.
And so finally, of course, another 3 hours go by with the arrest, the protest, Steve's
house.
party. Yes. And then they end up at sunrise
Uh-huh.
at Lincoln Memorial.
Yes.
Where-
For their first kiss.
Yes, and they, kind of have a sweet moment of, oh gosh, we're never going to be able to see each other again.
Here's this weird ring back.
Yeah, oh, the Illuminati.
Yeah, dude, there's so many.
Oh, gosh.
That ring is iconic. The dress was iconic. We're not going to spend too much time on the
Yes.
dress. But it was.
No, I mean, people have been dressing up like that on TikTok.
Yeah,
and-
there's a girl on TikTok who's a famous dancer. I don't remember her name. She
Yeah.
doesn't need more clout.
Well, even Hallie had an interview on YouTube that was.
About the sale of the dress.
Yeah, and there's like multiple dresses of it and stuff, but like,
Yeah. Well, I think his jacket.
I need the jacket.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
saying.
now.
Let's get that jacket.
Yeah. Fire.
know? So-
he looked like Johnny Depp in Blow.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. And $730, man, $730.
Yeah.
Love it. Just charge it.
All right, back to the timeline. So it's 11.
Now it's 6:30 a.m.
Yeah, breakfast, Denny's.
6:30 a.m. at the Lincoln Memorial. And all I'm thinking is how'd they stay up this whole time without drugs?
They got ecstasy from Club Alien.
That's my
That's it.
thought.
Yeah, or Steve's house, or Steve's
Steve.
roommate. Steve's roommate's. Maybe he's the
Creepy.
narc of this
Creepy.
episode.
No,
I don't know.
No. Maybe
Reed is the narc.
who's Reed?
He's the vice president's son,
Oh, Reed.
What
is
a
piece
piece
of
of
shit. Oh,
shit.
Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden. I can't recite what he said. There was a couple of funny
No,
bits
it's
with
just
him.
the vice president's kid was a douchebag.
Yeah.
Sleazeball.
who's clearly like age-wise has got to be in his like first semester of college, like 20,
Let's hope
early,
he's
hitting on a
maybe
16-year-old
19.
girl.
Let's say she's 17 as well.
They
right?
said it. We do know that Hallie's 16 because he says it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We have a whole team looking into
We'll
this.
show him. Here's the clip right now.
You mind telling me how a 16-year-old girl can run away from 2 trained Secret Service men?
Duncan's sister is just eating the night away.
What's her name?
It's Beans from Even Stevens.
No, it's not.
It's not, but take a look.
I mean, with this 480p, it looked like her.
100%, dude. I don't know.
So Duncan's parents are having a party.
Yeah.
And they get called by the Secret Service to leave their party. And their kid, first of all, their daughter is walking around with hors d'oeuvres in her pajamas.
There is not a scene in this film where she is not eating.
She's in her pajamas the whole time.
Yeah. I could bag on her some more, but she did that herself.
Is it breakfast yet?
No, she was actually hilarious.
She was, but she would like say stuff like there was some self-deprecation there that I think she should go see someone about.
What do you mean?
Clip.
Thank you. Where have you been?
Eating. Where else?
Okay.
Back to see what I mean?
But it's like, hey, Mr. P, how you doing? She's
Yeah.
like this tiny little Italian girl that lives in New York.
Yeah.
She's eating.
Then she's
all the
eating with
time.
that mobster that's trying to buy the campaign.
Yes.
So funny.
Harvey Weinstein.
There was one other guy that you were like, I recognize him from something. And that man, Patrick Gallagher, and he is the gym coach in Glee.
Yes, one of the
Yes.
Secret Service guys.
Right. Oh, yeah, I was so excited about this. He was the voice of Khotan Khan in Ghost of Tsushima, the bad guy in one of my favorite video games ever. He was Attila the Hun at the Night at the Museum.
I know that guy.
I know that guy. Anyways, that's about all the notes I had. I had a great time.
Dude.
Yeah.
What a wild ride.
I know, because like the timeline checks out. Like this was a night into morning sort of night.
Incredible.
But then the weird part, Hallie and Duncan are like wrapping it up, kind of like saying sorry for their parts in the chaos that ensued that night.
Yeah.
And Duncan admits, like, yeah, I guess you could say I kind of used you. And then Hallie's like, nah, that's okay. I kind of used you too.
Yeah.
Is that the message for this sad audience that is us tonight? Is that what it is?
I
That
think
it's okay
just-
to use somebody?
No, it's not okay. As long as you apologize, it's fine.
Cool.
No, I think she got to see what the real world was like. He realized that maybe finding a girl instead of winning money was better. I don't know, but I think it's a grass is greener kind of thing. Booty, tell me this.
Yeah.
Booty, tell me this.
Okay.
Tell me what your presidential booty ballot is.
My presidential booty ballot is going to give this score a well-deserved 3.5 stars.
Okay,
Yeah.
who was that?
That was supposed to be like John F. Kennedy. Above all, we must realize that no weapon or no
3.5
arsenal.
stars?
Yeah.
We've never done stars before. What's your what's your presidential booty
Yeah,
ballot?
because that's out of 5. So, okay, you know what? I'm going to give a 6.2, a 6.2.
Okay.
Will Friedle is the thing that keeps this movie treading water.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the moment that the theme song kicks in, I'm like, all right, we're in for a good night. The movie starts, you're like, oh, okay. It's one of those. I mean, like, we started off this podcast saying, like, where are these movies? They need to give them back to us. And I think they're saving us a lot of trouble.
I think they're safe where they are.
Yeah. I think you can safely just put it back on the shelf.
Yes, exactly. I guess my Pat's presidential booty ballot score is a 3 out of 10. 3.1 out of 10.
Yeah.
You
Is there
know?
any factors you want to share that lead to that sort of grade?
Like I said, my favorite part was when he actually started using common sense and started getting himself out of situations like a normal person would. Oh, let me use my strengths. Hey, let me do some magic tricks. Like,
my favorite part was when he like coughed and his like hand was not in the handcuff, and then he put it back.
exactly.
God,
Like,
it got me.
So I'm like, okay, that's finally where I started enjoying it, but not when like everything was going to shit. Like, why would I want to watch a movie where everyone's stupid as hell?
Yeah, I mean, it was
I'll
a
cut
kids
jobs.
movie. This kids movie may have taken us
Yes.
for a ride.
Did
I
you
what?
feel any stress watching that?
A little, and it's not realistic at all, which is why I just like enjoyed it as this is probably a movie I just like opened up a tub of Edie's ice cream to and just was like,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I was a stupid kid. Okay.
So thanks for watching the Pat Cave. That was the President's Daughter with Booty.
Yeah, President Booty.
And make sure to check us out on Instagram at Pat Cave Comics. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, all the podcast players.
All the places where your favorite podcasts exist. Add this to that, select group of
Because
favorites.
we are your favorite podcast now.
We're here for you.
Final thoughts.
Just don't. That's what our thumbnail is going to be. It's going to be like, here's Will Friedle. He's in his cool little
Well, hey, if you can
Duncan
find
jacket.
it, please let us know where to watch it because I'd love to see this where I can see their facial expressions. That'd be great because 480p sucked.
Watching it on YouTube is not it. I mean, for those of you that listen and you want to follow along because of this podcast and you kind of want to be in on the jokes and stuff, just listen to this episode. You don't need to watch it. The only way we were able to watch it was a grainy YouTube video, and I'm so sorry I put you through that, Patrick.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. That guy's got 137,000 views on it.
Yeah.
And he probably makes no money off of it.
Yeah.
So he did, not all heroes wear capes. So that was the Pat Cave, my date with the president's daughter. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to
show us a photo that you purchased this VHS tape. I want to know that someone watched
If
this.
anyone has this VHS,
There was no way DVDs were out.
you sure?
I mean, maybe just on the brink of distribution, but I doubt it. If you have a DVD of My Date with the President's Daughter, let's be friends. Hit me up. Anyway, My Date with the President's Daughter. Oh yeah. My Date with the President's Daughter. Oh yeah. My date with her.
So subscribe.
So
subscribe.
young. Oh, subscribe.
Jesus Christ. Let's do it again.